Have you ever wondered how Koreans get those effortlessly perfect curls that make them look like goddesses? In today's video, I'm going to teach you their exact curling technique, how they style their signature side bangs, the curling iron they use, and everything you need to know to achieve that flawless, bouncy, and natural Korean style curl. If you want that soft, dreamy look, keep watching. Before styling, we need to comb our hair smoothly and apply a light hair oil only to the ends. As you can see, my hair falls around chest length, and the top of my head looks really soft and flat. Stay tuned, because this is what we'll be doing today. Here are some of the tools I will use today. It's not that you need to prepare so much for every hairstyle. I just want to explain the effects they have on my hair so you can use them according to your needs. First up is this root volumizing clip. It's meant to lift soft, flat hair roots, making our hair look much thicker. Then set the heat to around 150 degrees Celsius. Just section off the hair around your temples and don't touch the top half. A lot of girls accidentally end up with a boxy head shape because they clamp too high. After sectioning, take a thin piece of hair and clamp it right at the roots. Hold for about a second, then gently curve it outward in a semicircle motion before releasing. See how it's already looking fluffier? Near the ears, you can make that arc a bit wider and lower, like this. Feel free to repeat it a few times. Look how nice that shape is. It helps soften the face. You can even do this at the back of your head if it's looking flat. And if you want more volume on the lower layers, just bring the clip down here and clamp a few times like this. Now, let's compare both sides. Can you see the difference? Even when you tuck your hair behind your ears, it won't look flat anymore. It kind of wraps around your face, giving that nice, full shape. The second issue is getting that high crown volume. If you have fine, soft hair, I recommend using a flat iron. Just make sure the plates are narrow so they can reach the roots and create that nice curve lift. Before you start, try spraying your comb with a bit of product and brushing it through the top of your hair. Technique really matters here. A lot of people just grab a section and clamp straight up like this, then let go. But look at that harsh layering. Not cute, right? The proper way is to take a thin section. Hold it upright, clamp at the root for about a second, then gently pull in the opposite direction toward the ends. After that, just comb it through. This creates a soft, natural curve that actually lasts all day. I even use this for styling my bangs. Step 3 is curling the hair. Personally, I love using curling irons. I actually own multiple sizes because each one gives a completely different vibe. These two are my go-to. Both are 30 to my limiter, but one's automatic and the other is manual. The automatic curler holds the curl longer and is super beginner friendly. Just place a small section of hair into the barrel, press the button, wait for the beep, and release. It gives you a bouncy curl with zero effort. The downside is it's a bit limited in styling options. The manual one, though, is super versatile. With a bit of practice, you can create everything from big waves and wool curls to French curls and curtain bangs. I've shared a bunch of tutorials on this, but the basic technique is simple. Take a small section, clamp it, twist it once, hold for about 10 seconds, then release downward. Repeat as you move down the strand, and you'll get a ripple-like wave pattern. For curls near the ear, grab a section, twist it once, hold for 2 seconds, flip the curler upside down, and release. It creates a super cute arc by the ear. Now, if you compare both sides, even though they're the same 30 to mm, the results look different. The auto-curled side is tighter and slightly shorter, which is why it lasts longer even into the next day, while manual curls start off defined but soften into a more relaxed, effortless wave once brushed out. Both styles have their pros and cons, it just depends on the look you're going for. For hairline powder, I usually go one shade darker than my actual hair color. Start by dabbing it along both temples to blend it into your hairline. For the parting, just lightly tap. Don't overfill it, or it'll end up looking like a wig. Here's a close-up. It looks super natural. If you're into soft baby bangs like Hiii ones, you can use this little flyaway tool. Just wipe it clean with a tissue first, then smooth it along your scalp to shape the baby hairs the way you like. You can keep adjusting it until it looks right. And that's pretty much the full hairstyle done. Doesn't it totally elevate your whole look? Even if you tie your hair up, the bangs and this part still look really cute.